just overlook me. Yeah, if things don't pan out, keep it cooking. You're not a fan, but you keep on looking. Look, don't be concerned with what people saying. Be concerned when they don't care to say it. Funny how people will act like they know you, but they don't even got a clue what they're saying.
Yeehaw, soldiers! It's your boy Anime Sage coming at you with another video, and this is the Death Note explained. In this video, I'll explain, well, the Death Note. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, as this is my first attempt to bring some variety to my channel, I guess. Well, besides Pokemon and and stuff like that. And this should be out, well, today as I'm recording it. And by the way, on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, there will be What If Naruto at the Tentagon. And on Friday, there will most likely be What If Deku at the Ormulation, based on the poll that will close tomorrow. Get out for that. Make sure to watch my community tab like a hawk. I post vid updates, polls, and other fun stuff on there, which is very important to look out for, especially vid updates. So, watch my community tab like a hawk. Quick social media plugs, follow me on Twitter at AnimeStage4. I do tweet a lot, so Twitter is a great place for you guys to interact with me and access another way for you guys to get notified of my videos, as opposed to my videos on there after I post them, so follow me on Twitter. Next, Instagram is anime_stage4. I post frequently on Instagram, so it's a great way for you guys to interact with me, so follow me on Instagram. Follow me, join my Discord server. If you join, you guys get supplementary content, notifications when I live stream ahead of time, and of course, you guys can suggest me ideas directly. It's also a good way for you guys to interact with me, so join my Discord, link will be in the description. Alright, let's explain the Death Note. The Death Note is essentially a notebook used by Shinigami, or gods of death. Each Shinigami usually has one Death Note each, unless you are named Rem and Ryuk. Death Notes, as we have seen, are usually black notebooks with white text font, although if we are going off the television drama, they can also be red. Shinigami routinely use Death Notes to kill humans in the human world, and is added to their Shinigami's lifespan. However, if a Shinigami were to die for a human, like Jealous and Rem did for Misa, their lifespan will be added to the person that they save at the cost of the Shinigami's lives. The Death Note has a various set of rules in them, so let's go over them. First one being is the person whose name is put in Death Note will die. Writer should have a person's face in mind of who they want to kill. This rule is used to prevent people who share the same name from dying, so essentially you need both a name and a face to kill people. This rule is extremely significant, as Light could not really kill L, because if he tried to write in the alias L is using when he decided to head into Light's college, one of the reasons Light could not really kill him again was because if he wrote down Hideki Ryuga, which was L's alias, he most likely kill Hideki Ryuga, the pop star. Next, let's go into a set of rules that are all intertwined, all related to cause of death, or entering that in. If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds, it will happen. And if the cause of death is not written after 40 seconds, the victim will die of a heart attack. However, it can be delayed for 23 days. Then there is the rule that the details of the cause of death should be written after writing the cause of death within 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Essentially, what you're trying to do with this rule is that after you write the cause of death, it gives you a 6 minute and 40 second time window to be more so specific, if you know what I'm saying. I think we'll all understand those rules though, so let's go into the other two. If the time of death is specified within 40 seconds of writing the cause of death as a heart attack, the time can be manipulated within 40 seconds of writing the name. Then so you can manipulate the amount of time it takes for a person to essentially die of a heart attack, which is standard death when writing in the Death Note. Then finally have the conditions which will not be realized unless they are physically possible for a human, or could be reasonably assumed to be carried out by a human. Although it is possible to control a person's actions, if an impossible situation is written down, the person will simply die of a heart attack. These 5 rules were used when Light was experimenting with some prisoners, showing the police he could control the time of death, and including the cause of death as well. However, he was limited on what causes he could actually achieve, so he's getting a person from Japan to Paris to jump off the Eiffel Tower in 40 seconds, because you can't do that if you're human, you know what I'm saying? The rule Light used to kill all of those FBI agents was, you may write down the cause of death prior to filling out the names of the individual. Be sure to insert the name in front of the cause of death. You have 19 days to do this. Essentially, Light wrote down the cause of death of all his FBI agents, and Ray Unknowing was signing the death warrants of his fellow FBI agents. Let's go over the final 2 rules in terms of entering causes of death, you know what I'm saying? After an individual's name, time, death, and conditions are written in the Death Note, the time and conditions may be altered as many times as long as the person is alive. That rule is self-explanatory, so let's get into the final rule. The final rule in terms of death and conditions is, if you write dies by accident for the cause of death, the victim will die from a natural accident within 6 minutes and 40 seconds of entry. Accident is also a condition of death, so the additional 6 minutes and 40 seconds are provided to write down additional details. The conditions do not take effect until after time has passed. Basically, if you write dies by accident, the person will die of, let's say, falling down the stairs, and like in the previous rules, 6 minutes and 40 seconds are provided to provide, well, additional details. Let's go into the newest rules from the one-shot. The person who buys the notebook dies, and the person who sells the notebook dies, essentially. Obviously, this refers to humans who buy and sell the notebook, but the only condition of this happening are if the person who touches the book will die and the person who touches the money associated with the purchase will die. There isn't much information beyond that because the rule is relatively new, because the one shot was a month ago, but it was made after Minoru angered the Shinigami King over selling the Death Note. Since the president didn't touch the book, he was able to avoid this fate, or since Minoru had touched the money associated with the purchase, he died because he was the seller. We have also seen other feats with the Death Note, such as Light being able to use scraps of the Death Note to kill people. As long as it's a piece of notebook, he can kill anybody. In fact, he had one scrap, always had one scrap in his watch. Would have been really good for the finale, if you know what I'm saying. Then there's Minoru, who put the world at standstill without really killing anybody. And I guess that's all the information you really need to know about the Death Note. Thank you all for watching this. This was my first explain video, and I hope I did a good job. Let me know if there are ways I can improve, and let me know if you would like to see more of these in the future. Watch my community tap like a hawk, get ready for Wednesday and Friday's videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join Discord. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage, signing out. Peace. YEEHAW. Bye-bye.